After enjoying the Christmas celebrations, finally we're back with Virtual Formula 2 and we are here at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve in Montreal, Canada for round 4 of Season 2 in the 2025 Virtual Formula 2 Championship. We're getting ready for the sprint race, and before we get into it, as usual, let's run you through the grid for both races here around this historic track. It is a maiden pole position for Ugo Chukwu, who starts on pole with a McLaren liveried Rodin, and he's got Alessandro Giusti in the Williams liveried ART starting alongside him in second. Then comes our championship leader, Ratomo Miata, who's third on the grid, and he's got Callum Voisin in the Rodin alongside him starting fourth. Then it's Christian Ho in a Dams car starting fifth on the grid, and he's got Roman Stanek sixth in the Invicta alongside him. Freddie Slater is 7th on the grid for AAX Racing, and he's got F3 champion Rafael Camara starting alongside him in 8th. Then comes Kush Miney in the Alpine Livery Dams and Nikola Solov, who complete the top 10 for both races. And completing the rest of the grid, we have Sebastian Montoya, Nicola Bacorte, Arvid Lindblad, Bruno Delpino, Kian Shields, Santiago Ramos, Tim Travnitz, John Bennett, Luke Browning, Max Esterson, Colton Herter and Noah Stromstead, who complete the grid for both races here in Montreal. Now let's get into it. Let's get down to business. Time for the sprint race in Canada. Here we go, then we have 5 red lights ahead of the drivers for the sprint in Montreal, and it's away we go, and it's a really good start for the Turbo Miata from third to first. What a launch from the Japanese driver. He's bolted into the lead. Then it's Callum Voisin who's fighting with Ugo Chukwu already. Ugo Chukwu's gone from first down to third. An awful start for the rookie. Ratomo Miata though, what a start from him. Third to first on the first lap at 28. Absolutely magnificent start for Miata. He has bolted off the line to soar through into the lead, and now we'll be hoping to hang on to it for the remainder of this race to extend his lead in the championship even further. But that was some start for him. Let's hope that he can hold on to the lead for the rest of this race. On board with Luke Browning is downhill towards this final chicane we go. Browning and Solov side by side for 10th place. No points for 9th and 10th in the sprint race, only the top 8 score points, but Browning's already up into the top 10, and he's started 19th, and he's doing what he usually does this season, gain a lot of positions and fight himself towards the front. Down towards the hairpin we go, down and there's Luke Browning sending it on Marilyn Camara, but Slater as well, a double overtake out the hairpin, and Browning's up to 7th place. Outstanding double overtake from the Brit. Hold on a minute, this is a battle for the lead. On board with Callum Voisin fighting for Ratomo Miata. The two are side by side. Can they keep it clean? They're keeping it clean so far, and it looks like Voisin is trying to get past Miata. Miata will have the inside line, but Voisin's got ahead and into the lead on lap 4. Amazing from the bit of the road in. He's ahead of Miata and into the lead. Down the inside, yes he is, down the inside goes Luke Browning on Alessandro Giusti. Up to 5th place goes Browning, Giusti down to 6th. Now Browning is chasing after Ugo Chukwu in the battle for 4th. We ride on board with Luke Browning once more, and here he goes on Ugo Chukwu into the hairpin, and there goes Browning up into 4th place. Now he can sit after the top 3. That was a lovely move once again in the Luke Browning show. Dark clouds overhead, we have got some rain coming later on in the race, but until then Luke Browning is looking to get past Christian Ho for the final place on the podium, and he seems to have done that before they got to the chicane. Browning is up into the podium places. Nice move into Browning, coming into the chicane for Browning there. He's up to 3rd and he can chase after the 2 in front. It has started to fall here in Montreal. Now this is where this race is going to get even more interesting. Who is going to stay out and gamble to the end? But who is going to gamble for wets if the track gets wetter? It's all getting spicy out there. We are looking forward to seeing how this race ends, because it could end with an absolute corker. This is a battle between Miata and Browning. Voisin's pulled ahead. Browning's going to go to the inside of Miata. For second place, it's gone wide though. A bit similar to when Jenson Button fought Sebastian Vettel for the win in 2011. Now Browning is going to try and find back a Miata. We're on board Browning to Miata. Oh no! Miata's hit him and Browning's in the wall. Browning's kept going, has he? And he's got a puncture. Luke Browning's got a puncture, but he's in the wall. And he's got damage. And that is completely changing this entire race. What does Browning do now? Mate, what is he doing? He just forced me into the wall. I've got a puncture and damage. I need to box. Okay, Luke, we're going to gamble for full wets. The track's getting wetter, so we're going to go for it. He's going to gamble for the full wets and also change his front wing. Now, will this help Luke Browning or will it not? Because that has completely changed this race. It's Miata's radio. Mate, he just hit me in the rear and, yeah, hit himself out, so technically it was his fault. Absolute dumb. Okay, copy that, Rito, copy that. As we see the trick with the bend from Kamara, Browning comes into the pits. Now, let's see if it's full wet tyres as we head down to 10. Yeah, I can see the high-tech pitbull, and it is full wet. He is going to gamble for the full wet tyres, is Browning. This needs to be a perfect stop if he wants to get anywhere back in the points range. It will be difficult. It's still a little bit greasy out there, but it's starting to get even more damp. So this is going to be a huge gamble for Browning if he pays this off. And almost DNF to potentially a podium for Luke Browning. It could happen. If anyone can do it, it's especially Luke Browning. Let's see how this will turn out at the end then. Oh, get ready, Ted, because Voisin is coming in to the pits. He's going to make a gamble from the race lead. And what does Miata do? Does he come in or does he stay out? Let's see. Voisin's in for the full wet tires. Miata's stayed out. Yeah, he has stayed out. I just saw him going past me as I was watching Voisin stop. It's a nice stop for him. Hosing as well. Miata's gambling here. He's the only one that stayed out. I think Stanek stayed out as well. This is going to be a thrilling end to this race. Oh my word, we are on for an absolute barnstorming finish here in Montreal. Voisin's gamble for the wets. Will it work? It's possible. Let's see. Voisin's all over the back of Stanek, and here he goes. Stanek's struggling on the slicks, but not Callum Voisin on the wets. Voisin's ahead of Stanek and up to second. Can he chase after Miata? We've got 3 laps remaining. Browning going through it as well. Look, you can see here, everyone's struggling on the slicks, on the wet tyres. Luke Browning's on a charge and getting himself back into the points. He's already up to 9th place and he's now chasing after Lacorte. Browning is flying on those full wet tyres. What a comeback this would be for Browning if he finishes in the points here. Potentially the podium, because he is absolutely lapping faster than the other drivers on slicks. I think Browning's got a shot of a podium here. And he's past Lacorte, he's back into the points. Browning is again flying here. Now he goes to the inside of Song. Again, Browning's proving why. He is fighting hard to be in the championship fight later this season. We're on board with Browning. Will he get past Miney into the hairpin? Yes, he will. Down the inside, Browning's up to 6th. And now if he gets a good exit, he should pass not only Kamara, but then the Chukwu as well. Luke Browning's up to 4th, and he's only got 1 car left to get on the podium. And he could chase after Miata at the end. Anything could happen with 2 laps to go. On board and Voisin, you can see, he's all over the back of Miata. Miata's struggling with slicks, and look, here it is. Here's the moment that will decide the win of this sprint race. Is he going to do it on the inside? Callum Voisin takes the lead with 2 laps to go. Miata's struggling on the slicks. Voisin gambled for the wets, and it's paid off. And surely Callum Voisin is looking comfortable now to take the win. Oh no, Stanek's got an issue! Roman Stanek from 3rd place has got an issue! Browning goes through to take 3rd, but Roman Stanek on the last lap, heading into the last lap, has got a mechanical failure, and that is heartbreak for the Czech driver on for a podium. And on the last lap, his engine goes, and it costs him the chances. No, no! That is heartbreak for Roman Stanek, and you do have to feel for him. He fought so hard to hold on to the podium, and sadly the engine goes, and that is his podium chances thrown in the bin. That is absolute heartbreak for Roman Stanek, but it might not be for Luke Browning. He's getting even closer to Miata. Voisin's surely going to get this win in the bag here. But will Browning make a late move on Rotoma Miata if he's got enough pace? He's gaining, he can see Miata, the man who forced Browning into the wall a few laps ago before he came into gamble for wets. Is now all over the back. Browning can see Miata, he can see P2 right in front of him. But before we see that, it is Callum Voisin who wins the sprint race here in Montreal, and Browning's got him. Browning's got Miata at the last chicane on the last lap, and it's second place for Luke Browning. A historical moment here in Montreal. Miata finishes on the podium. What an end to a cracking sprint race here in Canada. Voisin wins. Browning up to second, after being last. What a sprint race that was. Unbelievable seats. The gamble worked, mate. Absolutely phenomenal job. Well done. Let's go, boys. Come on. Yeah, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Let's keep it going. Here's a replay of how Browning got Miata, sending it into the final chicane. Browning is going to be elated with that second place. Let's hear from him. Yeah, boy. Well done, Luke. Amazing. P2, mate, on the last lap. Well done. Oh, thank you, boys. Oh, that makes up for it. Yeah, well done, guys. Oh, that feels good. Let's keep it up. Come on. And here is the results then, with Callum Voisin your winner here in the sprint race, ahead of Luke Browning, who goes from last after crashing into barriers back up to second with the fastest lap as well. Huge points for him, and also for Callum Voisin. Well done to those two. Rotoma Miata just missing out on the win and second place. He finishes third ahead of Christian Ho with his best finish, who finishes in fourth place ahead of Ugo Kachukwu, who started from pole. A very disappointing day for him. He could only finish in fifth place ahead of Alessandro GC6, Rafa Kamara and Freddie Slater, who complete the points in this sprint race. And in the championship standings, it's 18 points still to lead for Miata over Alessandro GSD. Luke Browning, after that second place, is now up to third and 47 points back from the championship leader, and only 1 point at the Voisin. Is he joining the fight for the title? He might be. We've still got a while to go until we get to the finale in Vegas, but anything can happen until we get to that final round. And in the team standings, it's a 94-point lead for ART over Rodin, and then come Prema in third, just 6 points behind Rodin. Hi-Tech are now up to fourth after Browning's result, so they're on for a cracker season here, Hi-Tech. But let's see where they'll end up at the end of the season. We've still got plenty more racing to go. But that's our sprint race wrapped up here in Montreal. We can't wait for the feature race tomorrow. Hope you can join us for it here in Canada when Virtual Formula 2 returns.